Cheers, everybody. Welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Brian,
And I'm Shauna.
and we're back for another Sunday night hangout.
We are. Yeah. I feel like we've been hanging out all afternoon
I
now.
feel like we have been hanging out
It's been a nice little hangout Sunday afternoon.
most of the afternoon right here at the bar
Yeah. Yeah. We got up, got busy working out in the shop
for a minute.
Well, I was out there a little bit longer than a minute, but Brian went and did some errands and came back.
I did.
He had to help me get the bags refilled.
Had to refill the bags
Yes.
for tonight.
Yep.
That dawned on me last night.
Who we got?
So, we'll go to the top of the chat. Cheers to Rick Moreland. Thanks for joining us. Rick had a big weekend down at Spillway this weekend.
I think Miss Lori J and
Mrs.
Mr.
Lori
Ritchie
J,
was with them.
Mr. Ritchie was there. I haven't seen the patio guys in the chat, but I know a couple of them were there. Cheers to Rob, the SS supervisor. Cheers to Whiskey Bill. Good to see you here tonight, Bill. Cheers to Lip Service crew. Mike Crow, cheers to you. He's drinking a little Wilderness Trail tonight. He's getting ready for the
barrel pick. He is.
Cheers to Mr. David Tanko. Says he might be a little bit tipsy tonight already.
Hey, that's
all
awesome.
Good. Fit right in. Cheers to, see, I was getting ready to say the name, and that threw me for a loop. Silly Yorkie Whiskey for me. Cheers to you. Thanks for joining us. There's Miss Laura J. Cheers. Mr. Gandy Road, who we're going to see later on this week.
We are.
Mr. John Shank, cheers to you. There's Stan. Cheers to Stan. Thanks for joining us. The Rye Guy. Mr. Alan Adams. Hope Alan's not tied up in all the flooding down south.
No, but I did see where Troy, cheers to Troy, is waterlogged in waterlogged Kentucky.
Oh.
Hope everybody's safe down there around you, Troy.
I said cheers to John, didn't I? John Shank?
I believe so.
Okay. Cheers to Dennis. Good to see you back, Dennis. Mr. Michael Bortner, cheers to you. He's keeping the shoplifters at bay.
Good.
Cheers to Troy. I know Sean just mentioned you. So, Mark Scott, cheers to you. Mr. Richie J. Bourbon and Balls, Charlie. Mr. Matt B. Cheers to all you guys. Mary Moreland, cheers, Mary. Thanks for joining us. I think I'm just about there. Jim Phillips, cheers to you, Jim, and thanks for joining us. And that's the end of my current list. If I missed anybody, I apologize.
I just have to say, you said Bourbon and Balls, Charlie. And I know Charlie mentioned on their live Thursday evening that we get a chance to go with Charlie and Jeff down to Bardstown on Thursday. And I will tell you, it's the first PTO day I've taken since last fall. I don't know exactly the last day I took a PTO day besides having Christmas Day off, New Year's Day off. And so I took a PTO day on Thursday to go join the fun, and I'm super excited about it. The Friday evening after 5, I received a call, an automated call that says, you must report to jury duty at the Common Pleas Court on Thursday. Call this number after 5 p.m. on Wednesday to see if you need to report. I'm like, I wasn't in a very good mood Friday evening about that. Just about that.
Was not a pleasant night here.
Just about that little topic. I was like, really? Of all days?
So Dennis is just getting home from a trout fishing trip. I'm sure that was a good time. Dennis, I saw some pictures on Facebook today of some friends over in Pennsylvania with some trout that were incredible. Cheers to Mr. Rick Moreland. Thank you for that super chat, sir.
And Rick, thank you for sharing the pictures of your time at Spillway yesterday with Bruzel and his crowd. That was really cool to see those and see all you guys having a great time. So thank you for sharing those. That was awesome.
Cheers to Tammy Adams. So Alan and Tammy are both still above water.
Good deal.
They were down in Bourbon Country over, I don't want to say over the weekend because I feel like it was a little bit longer than that. I I don't know if they're home yet or not. They might still be down there.
Silly Yorkie whiskey for me. She said that's how jury duty always hits for her too.
The strange thing is, Shauna and I are fortunate, and we very rarely ever get put on jury duty notice. Um, about, I don't know, midway through February, I guess,
I
I
can't
got a
remember
letter
when it is.
that I had to fill out that said I would be on jury duty for the second quarter. And Shauna found that just a little bit funny. And I was like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. I wasn't happy about it, but I was trying to take it in stride. And about 2 days later, I checked the mailbox and there was a letter for Shauna in the mailbox.
So Troy, sorry for the confusion. I got a call. I actually got two automated calls on Friday stating that I had to report to jury duty this coming Thursday. The second call informed me that the automated call informed me that I could call that number Wednesday evening before, so this coming Wednesday, to find out if I do have to report or not. So I don't know yet if I have to report or not. I'm praying that I don't. I'm praying everybody in the city has been good little boys and girls, and I can come to Bardstown on Thursday.
Cheers to Mr. Gary McDonald. Thanks for joining us tonight, Gary.
Yes,
Dennis,
cheers.
that sounds like you had a great time, man. 20 fish. That's a great time. Um, Troy, you explained that to Troy. Let's see, Mr. Ritchie. He's talking to Charlie.
Yep, pretty dense.
Alan says that him and Tammy are home, so that's good.
Glad you made it home safely. Okay.
Mr. Charles
Yes.
sent $10.
Oh, thank you
So
very much.
cheers to you, Charles, and thank you for that.
Tonight we are doing the pick a bag. It's free, the pick a bag giveaway. And so I will start that here in a second or so. So you do have to be present to win because you'll have to pick the bag. And then also, if you are in our Discord, if you're a paid patron and in Discord, we were doing a giveaway that we were doing a drawing for. It ended at 7:30 this evening, and it was for an E.H. Taylor lineup. So Charles, nice enough to help us, the Rye guy, run that for us. He sent me the names just a few minutes ago, and I have those on the wheel.
Cheers to Marty, the bourbon nerd, also to Chip and Miss Katie Phillips and David B. Cheers to all you folks, and thanks for joining us on this Sunday evening as we get ready for the work week.
Yes. So I did go ahead and start the pick a bag giveaway. It's exclamation point Sunday. So just enter that in the chat. If you're still around when we draw and you win, you'll get a pick a bag.
Cheers to Mr. Tom Morrow. Thanks for joining us, Tom.
Yes, thanks, Tom. So tonight, what are we drinking?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because Mr. Dave Vocalsang just popped up in the chat. So cheers to you, Dave.
Cheers, Dave.
We are drinking 4 samples sent to us by Dave.
Awesome.
They are of the Barrel Craft Spirits lineup. We've got a batch 32 cask strength blend, 115 proof. That will be in our A glass.
Deal.
This is batch 33, 116.6 proof. Batch 34, 114.62 proof. And batch 35, 117.5 proof.
Nice.
So we've had these for a little while.
Yes.
And I think we're looking forward to trying them.
We are. I have really enjoyed the Barrel Craft Spirits, so I just know these are going to be good, and I am really looking forward to them.
Cheers, William Hall. Thanks for joining us.
Cheers. Here we go with the first one.
What's everybody else drinking tonight?
I'm interested in knowing what David Tango's drinking because he's already tipsy, so we know he's been definitely drinking.
Cheers to Brian Bachman. Thanks for joining us tonight, sir. Yeah, when you come into the chat and you say, "Hey, I'm here, but I'm a little tipsy," it's been a good day, I think.
Nice nose. I'm getting a little bit of a chocolate note, but a lot of spice on the nose. Some caramel.
Yeah, it's definitely, I definitely getting a nose full of spice. Cheers to Bloody. Thanks for joining us.
I almost want to say I'm also getting like a charred marshmallow on it. Like it's a kind of a sweet marshmallow, like, but it's charred.
Tom is drinking a little Booker's tonight.
Nice.
Marty's drinking some Peerless Double Oak. Man, it's really spicy, I think. Really rich.
The spice goes all the way through. So
Definitely not
definitely
thin.
coat your palate. A lot of oak, a lot of spice, a lot of caramel, a little bit of a tobacco note, getting that sweet note on the finish. It's truly a really remarkable pour. It's really nice.
Andy is sipping on a little new riff, Balboa Rye.
Oh, there you
Can't
go.
imagine he's sipping on new riff.
Troy's having some Maker's Mark cast strength. Nice. Chip
Yeah, Rick,
is
that Discord giveaway ends at 7:30, so that Shauna has time to get it put into the computer. Sorry about that.
um, Chip is having Old Forester 1924 and Heather drinking Dark Arts 10 store pick. Nice. Rick,
Charles is having a little barrel toasted seagrass and barrel seagrass gold,
nice.
courtesy of Silly Yorkie.
Good deal. See Whiskey Bill in there. Brian and I had the pleasure of hanging out with Whiskey Bill for a little while today. Thank you for stopping by. It was great to see you. And that's batch 032. So we're drinking barrel craft spirits for those who may just be joining. We're on batch 032 at the moment, which is 115.34 proof. Really, really a nice pour.
Mark, if that's the Easter egg box that you're into there, how about not putting that in the chat yet? So those that can follow directions on that. Or is that still a Christmas advent?
That's the Christmas Advent.
Jenny B, cheers. Thanks for joining us.
There's no Green River in the Easter, but there was Green River
In the
in the
Christmas advent.
Christmas Advent.
I guess I never thought in April he'd still be drinking the Christmas advent.
He is. That's too funny.
He's going to make that thing last year round.
Let's see. Oh, David's drinking the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. Salute to service. Nice.
Yeah,
Very
so
nice.
that explains the tipsy.
Yep. And Charlie's drinking Propel. I thought that was a Wednesday night thing.
Mark said, no, it's Christmas advent.
Cheers, Kevin.
Kevin.
Jenny B. Cheers. I said your name before Brian could,
I said it a few minutes ago. About the time I was reading about Mark drinking the Advent number 11. Two pours left, he says. He's man, I'm so proud of you, Mark.
So you'll notice that Mark is drinking number 11, which is Green River, but he has two pours left. So you would thought he would have had, would
He'd
be
have
on
been
like
on 22.
and have 23 and 24 left. But that's not how it goes.
But Mark struggles with direction.
So Mark, which numbers do you have left?
Listen, that's really good.
Yeah, batch 032 of the Barrel Craft is definitely a win. I know that you can't really get that one anymore. I believe 036 is the one that's out at the moment. But super glad to get to taste some of those. It's almost like drinking the library selection at New Rick. You can't get them anymore, but it's still enjoyable to drink.
Mark has 3 and 12 remaining. So what should be 23 and 24 is 3 and 12. Cheers to Stephen Scone. Thanks for joining us tonight, Stephen.
Oh, David B says he hasn't found a barrel that he likes so far. Too much Dickel in the ones that I've had.
Wow.
I don't know what your palate is, but I will tell you that I did the foundation. It's 100 proof, but they had the double barrel foundation. I really enjoyed it. It does taste completely different um, than the batch numbers and stuff like that. So if you haven't given it a try, if you can get a pour of it sometime, you might like that one. But I mean, if you don't like barrel, you don't like barrel. So I completely get that.
I think there's a down south of us. I think there's a little porch get together going tonight. So I'd like to say cheers to Mr. Tim Frash, Mr. Nate Westfall, and Mr. Chris Sandifer.
Yes,
Cheers, guys,
cheers,
and thanks for
everyone.
joining us. Saw Kevin checked in there a little bit ago, so
Got Terry in there. Cheers, Terry.
Gary McDonald was also drinking a pour at Green River. But Gary, I'll bet yours didn't come out of last year's Christmas Advent box like Mark's did. Terry in there.
Mhm.
Cheers, Terry. That first one was
You
really
liked
good.
it?
I liked it a lot.
Oh, I just want to say to Rick, I apologize that you missed that the cutoff for the Discord patron sample thing, but Bryan and I will do our best to try to come up with one. Um, I don't know if we'll do one this week, but we'll try to get another one out there with Charles's help, the Ride Guy's help, maybe in a couple weeks. Yep, they're all on the side porch.
Wishing they had a bigger table.
I know. Kevin, just so you know, I was out in the shop helping with the table, helping Bryan get that situated today.
The table.
The
We're
table.
gonna. That table's gonna have a name. The table.
Yeah. Yeah. Once the epoxy's poured in it, I don't think I'm going to be able to help with the
Just
table.
make sure you bring the same moving crew to carry it out, Kevin. Might want to add one or two guys to it. It's got a similar nose, doesn't it? Maybe a little bit milder. Yeah. A little bit milder than the first one.
I will say batch 033, it's not hitting my palate nearly as well as what 03 did, 032 did. Almost had like a little bit of ethanol to it, but not anything like bad, but it had like a tang to it as well. Did you get that? Like a
On
yeah.
this one, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't had it yet.
Haven't manned up to taste it yet. Cheers to Husky Dog. Thanks for joining us, sir.
And Wilmington Piper, cheers to you.
Wilmington. Explain that to me again. What did you think of 2 versus 1?
I felt like number 2 had a little bit of ethanol on the presence of it when it first hit my palate, but then it had like a tang to it. Like it wasn't smooth. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of like almost like zapped you and then it went away.
Gotcha.
I don't know a better term for it. It's like kind of shock to your palate.
Cheers to Stacy. We are staying dry. Hopefully you are doing the same over your way. Fort
Yes.
Leaf Whiskey. Thanks for joining us.
I will tell you that as soon as it does dry up a little bit, we really got to do some yard work because we have tree limbs and stuff down everywhere. The last storms that we've had the last couple few days, a lot of tree limbs have came down.
That is, it's funny because there's still good flavor in there, but it definitely is a lot more ethanol-y than the first one was.
Yeah, there's just something about Batch 033. I'm not saying it's horrible or it's bad,
Yeah, because
but I
it's not
am
that.
very happy that this is not my first barrel that I've had, because if this was the first one I've had, I would not have a good impression of it.
Right. Yeah, I'd give you
It's
that.
just,
Husky, hopefully the shop is safe. Um, I know that you could lose a lot of money in a hurry in a wood shop,
yes.
so hopefully everything's looking okay there.
And I wanted to thank Bourbon and Balls. They said, don't forget the Wilderness Trail barrel pick is live. It is live. We have sold a lot of bottles, and we want to thank everybody who is trusting the group coin or pallets to pick a good bottle, a good quarter of a barrel. We're super excited about it, and can't wait to do it. But there are still bottles available. So if you haven't got your name in and you would like one, we'll just keep that form live until they're all gone. Once they're all gone, I'll shut that form down, so you won't be able to order anymore, and I'll put a note out there that they're sold out. But um, super excited about it, and I just want to thank everybody for turning out, because you guys have showed us so much support for this. So thank you.
Thanks, guys, and we're excited to go and do this. And I think our patrons that are going with us are excited to go. So I actually got to do my very first barrel pick on Thursday. Um, Keith Glandon, who I don't believe, I haven't seen him in the chat yet. Have you
I've
tonight?
not seen Keith now.
He had an opportunity with a group that he's involved with to go do a barrel pick, and they had an extra spot. He said, "Hey, would you like to join us?" And I said, "Absolutely, I would." So we went to New Riff on Thursday. There's a short video for the paid patrons. Well, it's short. It's 21 minutes or something like that. It was a series of short videos that I had
Mhm.
Shauna put together for me to make a video out of. So for the paid patrons, that's out on the Patreon page to watch. It's a great experience. Um, Being my first, I didn't know what to expect, but it was awesome. So I'm really looking forward to our pick in May.
I am too, and I'm just reading some of the flooding updates here. Did see earlier in the Discord a lot of pictures of Buffalo Trace underwater, which is really devastating, honestly. And then I see where Husky Dog said both sides of Highway Route 50 are underwater, bridges on both sides in his area. So everybody, Troy, Husky, everybody dealing with that, um, the flooding and stuff. Our prayers are out to you guys. Hopefully don't get too much more rain and rivers go down, the water goes down.
Yeah, it's been crazy the last week or so, the weather. I know I was watching to see how much rain we were going to be getting a week ago. I never imagined. You just don't think about what's going to happen in the big picture. So,
Hmm.
thanks to those of you that had watched the video and think it was good. I tried. Shauna did a great job putting it all together for me. Thanks to Charlie. He's excited for us and our patrons to go do our barrel pick.
Okay, I'm super
So
stoked,
thanks, Charlie, for that.
and I will tell you that I did reach out the Wilderness Trail here Thursday or Friday. I don't want to tell you guys wrong. I'm sorry. I've been out in the wood shop working, and so the dust. Anytime this happens, I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. It's just all the sawdust has gotten to me this weekend. But I reached out to Wilderness Trail either Thursday or Friday, and they will be also providing, because contacting them. I mean, it was super easy to get booked and all that kind of stuff, but it didn't really like lay out an agenda and all that kind of stuff. And I really want to do a tour while we're there, since I think it'd be great footage to share with everybody and stuff like that. I will tell you that they were super nice when they responded, excited to have our group, and they were excited to throw in, do a tour for us after we did the pick and everything like that. So I think it's going to be a great time.
Chip, cheers to you, and hopefully you'll be able to get into Lux Row by Thursday. Um, Curious to hear how that goes. A, if you get in, and B, how it goes once you get there. So, also cheers to Zach Helm. Thanks for joining us. I see you got
Yes.
entered for the giveaway, so that's cool. Have you tried 3 yet?
No, but the nose on it is awesome. Um,
It's sweeter. It's less spicy on the nose, but
yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
there's still spice there. But
hmm It, it's really nice. Has a little bit of a fruit note to it, the spice on it, the caramel,
so that's batch 34,
vanilla.
114 proof.
Yeah, the nose on Batch 034 is is really, really nice. See what the palate is. Hmm. Oh, nice, Chip. That's awesome. Picking a Penelope Project X for a local bourbon club. That's cool.
That'll be good. Terry said that Lux Row is up on a hill, so you should be okay at the distillery. It's just to get there.
Getting there. Yeah.
Charlie thanks Mr. Ritchie and Mrs. Lori, or let's see, how does he say it? Mr. Lori Joe. Charlie thanks Mr. Lori Joe. He's now a Crittenden fan.
Just the cigar.
Yeah,
Hashtag cigar cut.
just a cigar cut.
And I cannot say anything about Charlie messing that up because I know I always say like Mr. Lori J or I always get it.
I know, but it was so funny the other night.
First taste of batch 034, it was good. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the notes and stuff, so I have none to give you. Nose is still delightful, but I'm going to go back in for second taste.
Charlie's still looking for that cigar cut.
Hopefully, hopefully you'll find it. I mean, you go out there, I'm sure it's somewhere. Maybe. I thought we did a search on Google Thursday night and it was out there on different
I
platforms.
thought we did too, but I don't know. In the finish of that, I get some ethanol in the finish of that one. Did you get it?
Mm-mm.
Maybe I'm still thinking about the second one.
No, Batch 034 is really, really good. I would compare it to Batch 032. Um, a lot of char, a lot of spice, a lot of caramel coming through. I, a little bit of fruit notes, like dark fruit notes. Uh, it's really good. There is a distinguish, almost like a tobacco note, but like a really light tobacco note on the finish. No, Batch 034 is really good. Um, it definitely blows Batch 033 out of the water. I'm going to go back once we're done, go back to the second one, 033, because I want to see if it still tastes that way, but it was just off in my palate when I tasted it. Cheers, Jeremy, and good. Charlie, Miss Lori J, Mr. Richie J, or have your back. They're looking for it for you. You're in good hands.
Good hands. Yeah, I didn't really get that ethanol that time. Probably is the tobacco you mentioned. I'm just not used to picking that note out.
Mhm. It's like a light tobacco note. It was just kind of a hint there. It was good. I like that.
It is definitely better than 33
hmm
for sure. Charlie says we may do a scavenger hunt for cigar cut. Winner gets a special bottle from us. Because it's not going to be fresh, is it, Charlie?
No. And Mike Crow, you are absolutely right. Thank you so much. It does help us if you hit the thumbs up, so please do so.
Thanks,
Thank
Mike.
you.
I appreciate that.
And Eric, cheers.
Cheers, Eric. Thanks for joining us. Glad you got entered for the pick a bag giveaway.
All right, so the nose on number 4, which is batch 035 of the Barrel Craft Spirits, nothing like batch 032 or 034. You really have to dig for the notes on it.
So I've got to tell you this because I'm jealous.
Yeah.
You're probably going to be. Dave is doing a barrel pick at 13th Colony tomorrow.
Oh, Dave is.
That should be a good time, Dave. I'm anxious to hear how that goes.
Oh, Dave Oglesang is. That is awesome. Can't wait
Rob,
to hear about it.
is that the bottle Charlie's going to give away for the finder's fee, Rob? Jeff the Creed?
Okay.
Eric Flower said there's a lot of flooding down in Nashville tonight.
Oh.
Or in that area, I should say.
We got Rick drinking some Louisiana bourbon. I think that's what he means by LA bourbon, Louisiana bourbon.
Guess.
Okay, so the nose on batch 035, almost like a grassy note, to be honest. It's barely there, but it's almost either like a lemon type citrus note, like
I get citrus. I can get citrus on that.
and then like a really green grass note. Not, it's not off-putting, it's not horrible or anything like that. It's just completely different than any of the noses on the other ones. So Rick said it's Whiskey Tree High Rye. I have never heard of Whiskey Tree, I don't think.
Never have. So this is the highest proof of the bunch. 117.5.
Good deal.
Must still be raining. I just heard the sump pump.
So this one did like a roller coaster on my palate. Because I'm like, oh, when it first entered, I'm like, oh, that's really nice. It's smooth. Then it did some cartwheels.
Kicked around a little
Kicked
bit.
around, did some cheers. Entered my palate really smooth. I almost thought I had like a little bit of a chocolate note on it. Then it spun and did some citrus notes with like that really almost like a lemon pledge type note, but really wasn't so off-putting, but it was kind of waxy lemon. And then it just went into like a spiral and got some spice in there, then turned sweet. Really,
Lemon Pledge.
I swear.
Is that the Chris note? Is that
I think that is a Chris note.
I think that is a Chris note.
Yeah.
David B. Down home 17-year. We have not.
No. So Eric says it was flooded from about Wild Turkey, Four Roses to the Tennessee line. Oh, that's horrible. Hate that. Did you experience any of that on your palate when you tasted Batch 035?
I don't have the exact same description that you have, and I definitely did not get any furniture polish out of it. I did experience, however, the smoothness when it first hit the palate.
Hmm.
And then it was like somebody jumped up onto a chin-up bar and threw their feet into my chest in a good way.
Really, in a good way.
Um, it was like the 117 proof wasn't there when it first hit the palate, I guess is my description. Here's how it breaks down. But once it like coated everything and settled in and you were comfortable with it,
Yeah.
that's when it hit. There was no cheerleaders, no kicking or somersaults or anything like that.
No
Just
cartwheels.
no, it was just I'm here.
Right kick in your
Yeah,
chest.
it was like mayhem. It was like the mayhem commercials.
Yeah. So it's kind of like what I did to you and I during the Sunday Whiskey Showdown. Knocked you out completely.
Yeah, you really took me out.
Oh, shoot. Yes, it is his note, Chris's note. I just got it. One batch 035 with a barrel craft
Chris
spirits,
knows.
Chris.
As soon as she said lemon pledge, Chris, I thought you got to be kidding me.
I'm going to taste it again, but I swear it was there. I don't know if my mouth is ready for that whole. It took
Hang
a lot
on,
out of me.
hang
I
on,
like was started sweating and
hang on
everything.
tight. There's Keith Glandon. Cheers,
Mm,
sir. Thanks for joining us. Keith, I just mentioned a little bit ago that I hadn't seen you in the chat yet, but then as Sean and I were talking, I was thinking to myself, I'll bet he's driving tonight. So
mm.
I didn't know if I would see you or not.
Nope, I think he's up there. I think they've been
What do you think?
hanging out up there. Yep.
You know these things that I don't know.
Okay. So batch 035 was a little bit tamer that time around. However, pretty much the same notes. Maybe not so much of a lemon pledge, the waxy type note of the lemon. Definitely the citrus was there. A little bit grassy as well on it, but almost turns almost to a sweet tart with those notes.
I didn't get no sweet tart out of that.
Like a real sour sweet. Maybe like a lemon head.
Cheers to Miker.
Cheers, Miker.
Thanks for
Brian's making
joining
fun of
us.
my notes, Miker. I
She
know
just,
that you'd be right here with me making
Miker,
these
she just
notes.
had furniture polish.
In a good way. It was
Yeah,
not bad.
because you know everybody snorts some furniture polish in a good way.
I don't mind the smell of it.
Chris, when you get lemon pledge, is it a good thing?
See, Keith was at the Cleveland Museum today.
Cheers to Jeremy Bolin. Thanks for joining us. He's having some Old Forester single barrel proof tonight.
Nice.
Great pour.
Yes. So those who are just joining us, Dave Augustine had been really sweet a while back and sent us some barrel craft spirits, a lot of barrel craft spirits, and this is kind of our, I think our second round at going through some of the samples he sent. We are on their batch 032, 033, 034, and 035.
So Terry gets lemon pledge on AM Scott. Terry, is that on all AM Scott or a particular one?
I bet it's a single one, and I remember getting that same note, and I cannot remember which one, but I do know what he's talking about.
Miker says he can, in fact, understand furniture polish.
Yes, thank you, Micah. I love it when Micah appreciates my tasting notes.
The right guy said, Gemini Custom Designs. That is the leftover remnants of Evan Williams' 1783. Thanks, Charles. Appreciate that. Okay, Terry said the small batch.
A small batch. That's probably about right. I would say definitely.
You're right, Charlie. We should. He said, as much as Keith travels, we should play a game called Where's Keith Glandon?
That would be fun.
He should post photos in the Patreon and we all guess. Winner gets a sample of something.
Hey, Keith, let's work that out. That sounds like a fun thing. I don't travel that. We should do Erica from upstairs. Where's she at? Because she's always traveling.
And
And
Keith.
Keith.
Yeah.
Like whenever they travel,
It'd be
they
a
should,
two-part series.
yeah, post a
Well, it'd be,
picture.
yeah.
Whoever guesses it first.
Cheers, David Bass.
Yes, cheers.
Thank you to everyone that has tuned in tonight.
Yes, and hanging out with
We
us.
appreciate y'all being here. Sunday nights, we just do this kind of hangout thing and taste either a random blind or some random samples.
Yep.
Going to give away a bag.
Yes. You get a pick bag here in a little while.
We had a sample giveaway on the in the Discord under the paid patrons tab.
Yep.
So I think Shauna said we had 18 entries this week.
Pretty sure. Yep.
So we'll be drawing for the spinning the wheel for that here in a little bit.
Yeah. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that one. And go over there. If you are just entering the live and you've not, the pick a bag giveaway is completely free. You just put !Sunday in the comments, and we'll be picking that. You do have to be present to win though.
There's fabulous prizes. Fabulous.
Yeah. So I'm going to switch over, and we're going to pick the winner of the E.H. Taylor line samples.
So that is a straight rye.
Yes, the straight rye, the small batch, the barrel proof, and the single barrel. But just to explain what that is for those who do not know, in our Discord page, we have, if you're a paid patron, there's a paid patron and a raffle section that once you, if you are a paid patron, if you do join Discord, anybody can join Discord. I know the Rye Guy posts those links in the chats all the time. Anybody's welcome to join it. But if you are a paid patron, we will put you in that, and every so often we're doing raffles and stuff like that where we'll pick the winner while we're live and stuff. So just so you know what's going on. We do have a cutoff time because we do have to be prepared to go live. So if you're interested, just join Discord, keep an eye out for them, and watch for them. They're not scheduled or anything like that. You just have to watch for them. So,
and those are for paid patrons.
Correct, yeah. Going to shuffle it a few times, and good luck.
Good luck, everybody. Oh,
Stan, good job.
Congrats, Stan.
Yes, get this out to you.
E.H. Taylor sample set coming your way.
Okay, I just had to look because I wanted to make sure. We have a father and son named Stan, so I wanted to make sure that Husky was actually in there as Husky, not as Stan, but it is Stan. So, I mean, they're both Stan. You get what I'm saying, though.
I get what you're saying.
All right, Stan, congratulations. We will get this shipped out to you.
Way to go. So that's one giveaway done.
Yeah. And we will pick a bag here in a little bit. We're going to line these up real quick. You have to, hang with us a little bit longer. We'll go through these. I think I have my line up, but I really want to get back to number 2 real quick to see if I changed my notes on that. Stan is excited. Awesome. Right.
Mark Scott's excited for him. He's in there chanting the Colonel.
We know he loves the Colonel.
Mm.
That's funny. Shoot. I lost my little bigger chat that's over here. I had to find it again.
Anyway, I'm going to disregard Mark's last comment in the chat.
What did Mark?
Oh, he's stirring. He's got both hands on the stir stick tonight.
That's because you stirred earlier this morning.
But I stirred facts. He's just coming with nonsense.
They both like to stir. The whole group likes to stir. I just sit back and laugh.
When I really want to mess with Mark, though, I give him my stir stick, and then he has to stand on a chair to use it. You try not to laugh at that.
I really don't. I don't have words for you at the moment. Um, so it's snowing in Cleveland. Keith, I will tell you, when I was walking Rex outside a little while ago, um, I thought for sure I felt snow on my face. I could not see snow, but it was raining like real fine. But the way it was hitting my face, I'm like, gosh, that feels like snow. And I know it is supposed to drop down, but it's not snowing here. But I feel like it was definitely spitting
It's
something.
cooler. I just don't
Yeah.
think it's quite that cold. Um, Mr. Richie J. So we do put the paid patrons in that tab,
Hmm.
but you have to enter the raffle if you want to enter it.
Yes.
So I apologize for the confusion on that. But you're certainly in that tab. All you have to do is enter that raffle.
So when we've not done it ourselves, and the right guy sets it up for us. So if I do not explain this correctly, please correct me in the chat. So there, when Charles, the right guy, sets that up, he puts in a forms link, and it announces the new raffle, and you just have to click on that link, and you just complete the form, and then what he does, you can export that to like an Excel document, and he sends us the information of who entered for that. So yeah, just because you're in the raffles tab, you still have to click on that forms link.
Okay. He says they've had some awesome food up there.
Good deal.
These are kind of tough outside of that number two, really.
William Hall, I completely get what you're saying. Um, I love that I'm not the only one out there. So he was saying someone will have to explain to me Discord because I don't spend a lot of time on there. I don't either. And if it wasn't for the Rye guy helping us through getting Discord up and going, adding the channels and doing all that kind of stuff, I wouldn't be anywhere. I don't feel anywhere near that as well. I feel like he's helped us really a lot because it was really confusing to me as well. Maybe not so much Bryan, but to me it
Well,
was. But I'm
I,
not on there much either.
I was able to do the basics. I mean, I got the Discord started. I knew how to put the channels in. But when the Rye guy said, hey, here's what you guys need to do, I looked at it. I said, Charles, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make you a moderator. Knock yourself out. So, thanks to Charles, we have the Patreon giveaways on there.
Yes. So Mike Crow just said that he's heading to Cleveland next month for some walleye fishing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know that we have a lot of viewers up north, um, and Bryan and I go up there a lot. We're more in the Ashtabula, which is right, near Cleveland, about 45 minutes away. So Mike, or we will be up there at the end of the May, end of the May, end of the May, end of May for several days. If that's when you're going, I know David Tanko's up there, several other people up
So
north
roughly,
of
we're
Ohio.
probably going to be up there like the 26th, 27th, 28th, maybe 25th, 26th, 27th,
Right, I think the 23rd through the 27th.
23rd through the 27th.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So, anywho,
if anybody wants to meet up with us
yeah,
while we're up there, whether it be
look,
for dinner or a couple drinks,
if you're going to be in Cleveland, we'd be happy to drive over to Western Reserve.
Western Reserve
Yeah, it's a really nice
could get a
distillery.
really great bite to eat
Yep.
and some good pours. But that's if anybody's up for that. Cheers to John Legalbo. I'm sorry, my eyes failed me.
Okay, back to 033. All right, I really wanted to like 033 coming back through. It's not that it's bad. I promise you, batch 033 is not bad. But when you line it up to batches 032, 34, and 35, it's just completely different. It's just out there all by itself, and it doesn't stand a chance against the other one. So, like, if you were doing a barrel pick, you would probably exclude that one first thing, I would say. To me, it it's hitting my palate completely wrong.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I would drink it, but it's definitely my least favorite of these four samples. When I went back to it like the third time, it was it was better, but it still didn't compare. Oh, John's up north too. He's in Aurora.
Oh, cool. So, Miss Lori J got some of the wee glens cut above. You know, the right guy always says to use the wheat blend so that you can have just little pours. And we almost ordered those instead of regular Glencairns when we ordered the logos, but we went ahead
Well,
and
you
got
actually
the
looked at
blend.
ordering both.
Yeah, until I saw the price, and I was like, no. But I don't think I've seen the Weaglins out and about to buy, like just to buy one or two.
Right. I've
Mm.
not looked on Amazon of you.
I have, but I think you had to buy like 6 or 12 or something. They might have individual ones, or at least two
Well,
packs.
that's how you have to buy regular plans on there too, right?
No,
Is
you
it at
can buy
least
them.
six? I
You can
thought.
buy them by two.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Charles wants to let everybody know he's in North Florida.
He is.
He doesn't have nothing on North Ohio.
No, but he is really close to 13th Colony, so maybe he's going to go up and visit with Dave while he does the barrel pick.
Although Charles may have got more snow in North Florida this year than we got here in Central Ohio this year. There's a good chance. I bet he did.
I
I
bet
bet
it
it's really
lasted a
close.
little bit longer
Yeah,
if nobody could clean it
I
away
think
for
it
them.
probably lasted longer too than ours did. So sorry about that, Charles. Chip says they love those weekends.
Yeah, we need to get some.
Maybe we wouldn't drink as much if we had weekends. Charles says that.
He does. I just feel like you'd be filling them more often. I'd have more blends to wash because we'd get a new one each time.
You make it sound like you wash all the blends. You just
Okay,
said that,
guys.
didn't you?
I did not. I
You
said I
did.
feel like we would have more blends to wash.
Who heard that? Charles said their snow lasted a week. So definitely it lasted longer than any snow we had this year.
All right, I am going to give everybody about 30 more seconds, which will probably be about a minute on my side, to enter the free giveaway to pick a bag. Exclamation point Sunday if you want to enter, completely free. And we will pick a bag. You do have to be present. So we have 49 people in there already,
So
anxious to pick one.
John says to Mike Crow that he grew up in Shaker. John, is that not where the Kelseys are from? Did they not grow up in Shaker? I I think I think that's right.
I
Pretty
couldn't tell
sure.
you.
There's Jill J. Cheers, Jill
Cheers,
J.
Jill
Thanks for
Jones.
joining us.
Yes.
You gonna give me some scores?
Yes. You ready?
How you want to do that?
So let's go first place.
Okay.
I'm picking batch 034 as my winner tonight.
035
035 is your winner.
is my winner.
So,
Cleveland Heights. Okay, John. Sorry about that. I did know that.
um, 032 is my second place. So number one was my second place.
So this is my second place. Is 034.
We didn't agree at all tonight.
Nope.
035 is my third.
Third place is 032.
And number two, well, we agreed on last place.
We did. Okay, so I don't know. I feel like 32, 34, and 35 are all pretty solid.
To me, they were like all within a point of each other. So, all right, guys, I am going to close the raffle and see who our winner is. Good luck. Here we go. Miker!
Miker.
Miker, are you still here?
I'll bet he is.
You're still in the chat?
Stan says he would feel sorry for all the snow, but they're finally starting to thaw from November.
Keith. Well, Keith, that is a very good question. I do
Yes,
not
Keith, it is.
believe that Bryan has had any yet. Miker, I'm glad that you're here. And he is doing the horse race. Which bag would you like?
I don't think he even knew he won, so maybe we should have just skipped him.
Yeah, he said, look at you doing that.
I know, but I would have mentioned the win other than that.
Well, he's delayed. A. He wants A.
Oh, not A, Mike. Are you sure? That's the one that got the fireball in it, isn't
Miker, you get a Weller Green.
it? Way to go, Miker. Weller Green.
Congratulations. Congrats, Mike. I'm not going to ship that to you. I'll get that to you next time I see you.
In a couple weeks.
I'll see him before that. We'll see him Saturday.
Oh, yeah. We will see him
There
Saturday.
you go.
We will, we will.
Yes.
Miker is way delayed, Charlie. Jill says, congrats, Miker. He's probably jumping up and down right now, really.
He's probably going,
Look, he says, nice, I need one of those. He's probably rolling his eyes as he says that.
oh, shoot. So those who are not in Ohio, if you're in Ohio, Weller Green is pretty much everywhere. It's almost like a shelfer anymore. It's not really a shelfer, but it's almost like
It's a
shelfer.
non-shelfer shelfer.
Yeah.
Kind of.
If you're needing a Weller Green, you would not have to wait more than a couple weeks to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that's more than fair to say.
Yeah, it is. But it is still a good pour for the price point. Like you can't beat it.
Mark Scott, he's really stirring tonight. Mark, he might trade you that for the other one that you won.
Oh yeah. So if you are in the $25 the hogshead tier or the punch-in tier, which we do not have anybody in that tier, but we do a quarterly allocated draw where you have the opportunity to purchase at what we pay for it at MSRP, an allocated bottle that we get. Poor Mike wanted so badly the E.H. Taylor single barrel OHLQ pick. That was first quarters. And Mark won it. And those two are so competitive.
I feel like there were 6 people that wanted it.
Yes,
Probably.
absolutely. There were 6. But between those two, they were at each other's throats about it. If you go back and watch one of the after hour lives from a couple months ago, you will see that they were at each other's throats about it. So anyways, if you'd like to give Mark and Mike a little bit more competition, the next quarter, which will be June 30th, we will be drawing. It will be E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. The third quarter, we have lined up the Weller Full Proof. Fourth quarter, we are working on.
So yeah, the rye guy was asking didn't it come off allocated? And I didn't get a chance to answer them. But Terry said um, Buffalo Trace so far is the only thing that's come off the allocated list.
I think Sazerac Rye too, right?
I feel like it's been off for a good
Right.
while. I think Miker said that basically he didn't really want it. He just didn't want Mark to win it.
He wanted it. He just didn't want Mark to win it. He'd have been happy, elated if the other four would have won it, just not Mark. That's how competitive they are.
Yeah, he's like anybody but you, Mark. Anybody.
There's two. Anyways, congratulations to Stan for winning the Discord raffle. And congratulations to Mike for the pick a bag winner. Dave, thank you so much, Dave Vogelsang, for sending these great samples. Really do appreciate all the samples, every support, anything that you guys help us with, just make this channel fun. We really do appreciate everything you guys do. We love our community. Um, I love winding down on Sunday with you guys. It's been fun. I will tell you that we will not be doing like an after hours on Google Meets this evening. I have a really early meeting, so I have to get up a little bit earlier than normal tomorrow. Brian also has some stuff going on, so we decided not to do Google Meets. We will pick it back up, I promise you, but just because we need to get up a little bit earlier than normal on Monday morning. So please forgive us for that.
Yeah, definitely not because we don't want to, because we would love to.
Yeah, I would love to sit here with you and not go to work tomorrow, but that's not an option. So,
So, with that being said, thanks again to everyone that tuned in tonight. Um, if Tim is still with us, Tim is our newest patron, so thanks again to you, Tim.
yep, thank you.
Thanks to all the patrons that help make this possible. Because of you guys, we're able to do all the giveaways we do.
Hmm.
Um, I think that's all we have.
It is.
Terry said he's always telling us that he needs younger friends. And there he is in the chat. Younger
Friends. I know. I know. Jill was, Jill and Josh and Terry, everybody was hoping for that yesterday too. You know, I, we had the grandkids for a little while yesterday, and once we were done, we were done. They have way more energy than we have.
Oh my God, yeah. I
So,
didn't realize why. I mean, I knew Shauna was getting older. I didn't realize how much older she was getting until the grandkids were here. All right, guys. So thanks for tuning in.
just real quick, I know I put it out there.
Time out.
Time out, real quick. Wednesday night trivia, 9 p.m. Topics: Brady Bunch, the TV series, Brady Bunch, and Heaven Hill Distillery. There you go.
William Hall, we will check out the Patreon. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. Oh, thanks, William Hall.
Yes, absolutely. So until next time, I know we'll be back Wednesday night.
Yep, we will be.
For Wednesday night trivia.
Yep, and if you want a Wilderness Trail barrel pick bottle that we're picking on May 29th, that form is active on the Patreon. Go out and check it out.
Yep. So thanks for everything, guys. We will see you Wednesday night. Have a great start to the week.
Thanks, everyone.